Ciao, Bullsong. Another beautiful day in the village. I'm gonna make some eggs. Got a nice little bag of them here, so got that going on. So today, government office opens. We'll head back. We'll try another name. This time, to modify it, we found a minority name that is kind of the same. Issue is whether or not they follow the letter of the law or if they interpret it to some weird special thing. Because my wife is kin, so they do kind of separate based on your ethnicity here. So if you're one ethnicity, you can have one name. If you're another ethnicity, you can have another name. They kind of, but the law just says it could be either or. It doesn't say you have to be one of those ethnicities. So we're gonna push the limits and see what happens. Eggs. First things first. In the morning. They have these little tiny eggs. So little itty tiny eggs. Chickens here. They're kind of called God's Hive. They're like a heritage breed, native Vietnam. Tiny, very heavy. Each of them chewy. Eggs are delicious though. Takes a little bit getting used to. They kind of boil all the chicken. Not a bad thing, just not necessarily everybody's favorite. Peaceful morning. Probably a little too peaceful. My wife overslept, but she needs to sleep. Maybe got to sleep longer, so I should be sleep almost every night, but still gotta be careful and wake up, feed, that kind of stuff. Change diaper this morning again. And maybe got to work on it. Not really. She's never really slept well. Laundry's not up here. Oh boy. Well, so I'm kind of playing find the laundry. I put it up here myself, but people like to be helpful and take things down. Huh. All right. I'm gonna search around. Are those weights? Have there been weights here the whole time? Those things. Designed for venting, so like there's always like every wall seems to have some kind of port to the outside. Keep it cool in the summer, which would be perfect if across the street and behind those neighbors something wasn't like always burning huge piles of stuff with like, smog coming over. So found my clothes, but there's like these weird seed or egg things on them, and I'm not about to have some jungle alien thing give birth in my drawers, so we're gonna get those off. Things are everywhere. Little eggs all over my clothes, all of them. Just another joy. From what I can tell, I think they're like shield bug eggs. My wife calls them Logan tree bugs, but if I'm not mistaken, these are like some kind of stink bug or something. They're everywhere. Gotta get used to it, but it is a bit annoying. The day that really boring that I probably normally wouldn't show in a vlog, but I always have to pump. We only really just started pumping because she only really just started using the bottle correctly. So we're still trying to figure out logistics. First night, refrigerator was a bit too low, So all that milk got lost, and now we're kind of trying to rebuild our process, I guess you could say. So yeah, pumping, travel, babies, it's fun. So like on that topic of having a baby here, there are some unique considerations. Um, Obviously, water, boiled water, all that kind of stuff you have to pay attention to. Ideally, you want to filter it and boil it. I know it seems like overkill, but here's the thing. If you just boil water, you don't get the metals out. Filter, it's probably clean, probably good enough. But boiling just makes you feel a little better. It's not always accurate. Other than running around a little bit. The other thing about having a baby here is environment. So we brought with us our big Xiaomi air purifier and everything, figured put in the room. Works great in the room. We had to seal up the window with some cardboard and all that kind of cool stuff. Try to bring baby to the living room, bring the machine there. We're hitting PMIs well over 50 into the 60s, just a living room. Open air design, a lot of dust, a lot of 2.5, and a lot of smoke. I've noticed the locals can't seem to even notice like when the smoke is there until it's like so heavy you can visually be like visual occlusion occurs. But for the most part, they don't seem to notice. Needless to say, that's very bad for a baby. So she stays mostly in the room inside bug net. Consideration. Obviously, traveling with her is maintaining as much clean air as possible. A place where smoke inhalation, cigarette smoking around kids, like all that stuff is still very much normal. Picture US probably 30, 40, 50 years ago had that like smoking is just what they do. My own mom smoked in the house around the kid on a regular basis. So culturally that's, everybody's catching up. Awesome thing to consider is carrying around, in addition to your pump, something to clean, purify the bottles. This right here does like the steam cleaning, and then blow drying, and then this right here, I set the volume amount and it can heat the bottle as well as keep it at a set temperature. So in a relatively short speed, take one of the bags of milk mama pumps and have it ready for baby to eat within like 4 minutes. So straight from refrigerator to mouth pretty much, which is really cool. It's kind of like a water bath. Diaper daddy to the rescue. Oh, look at the changing the diaper. Now, taking and calling it the curry because it comes out in that nice yellow curry flavor color. Can't miss it. In fact, sometimes it reminds me a little bit of like a loose paneer bougie. If you're familiar with Indian food. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. I know it's cold. I know. or 4th trip, I don't even know anymore.
Hopefully this is the last trip.
Exactly, the last trip, get her birth certificate. We've had to go back and forth on figuring out the naming scheme that follows the letter of the law and deals with different interpretations. So hopefully now we're good to go.
Only name we're struggling for Mayday.
Indeed. But finally, we believe she likely has her name. We've had to get inventive and depend on the ethnic minority naming conventions to get this. Now we'll probably hear in a day or two whether or not this all works out. But I am hopeful, mainly because we came here to spend like a week, and I think it's been almost a month
Foreigner shopping.
now.
Let's just have one foreigner shopping.
Long time.
But I'm happy.
And as is customary for us, stopping for a check. Because no trip to the government office is complete without a stop and check. There's some. There's onion.
Không, đây là chỗ người Xu đang ăn.
What's something
Có mùi nghĩ bà
that would be
rằng
good?
She thought I'm pregnant. She said no chemic.
Ah, no, baby already here.
Này được chưa? Ở sau đây rau gì ạ?
About doing some quick shopping.
Ngon lắm. Biết cái rau này.
One
Ăn
of
đi
the
nào. Ăn cái chỗ
fun parts is now the house is empty. We got to figure out shopping and cooking between the city and the village. So one of the unique struggles here is trying to manage a baby while having to go out to markets. Air quality is pretty hazy everywhere. I mean, here's probably better than Hanoi by a good margin, but even then, like, we look off into the distance and you can see the air. AQI might pop around 87 on the app, but if you take a instrument to actually measure, your 2.5 generally actually puts the real AQI in most spaces at about 120, 130, even indoors, in places without like real fittings. Yeah, we're sitting at an AQI right now at a 110. Hence why you can see that haze off in the distance. Alright, so it is hot. Got a little fan here, so baby's cool, but everywhere's hot. So my wife, her mother's gone back, so her mother was cooking, so she had plenty to eat. Now mother's gone, and she doesn't really like cooking herself, so not eating enough again, and she won't eat anything I cook because, well, we just eat different. There we go. I should totally invest in a tripod or something. I'm over here trying to one hand the milk, and it just wasn't going to happen. So I found that rock or something. I don't know. I wasn't very instruction, but there we go. But it's not a lot. But it's absolutely better than nothing. My wife needs time to cook. So we're waiting for her to do that. We're using the Della bottle here. So we got the baby warmer heater. My whole day is pretty much a combination of changing diapers, cleaning bottle, and hoping to find food. Oh, and trying not to overheat. There's a lot of not overheating as you priority. Staying next to the fan is kind of the go-to. And the mosquitoes are kind of a thing as well, but I don't mind those as much. I think that takes care of both problems. So how much is in here again? I think the rest of the day is going to be pretty boring as far as the vlog goes, because not a lot happens. Like moving forward in the day is essentially just a never-ending cycle of diaper changes, breast pump, milk machine washing, and switching bottles and warming bottles. At some point, I'll worry about food and tackle that issue, but you're cooking.
Every day, it's same thing.
What'd you eat?
Beef and pig.
Pig legs. Is that why you're like not excited to cook?
Take a long time. 3 hours. 3 hours.
It beats what I'm eating, I think, but most of the time. When I eat. Yes, if I stopped randomly in strangers, because there's a lot of nature. Ask, how do I occupy the rest of my time when I'm not doing this? Trying to upload some of these vlogs to YouTube. The issue is, I don't know if it's just I am spoiled with having fiber internet, but here it takes about an hour or so, maybe sometimes longer, for a single small video. One of like the larger trips where we like go somewhere and you're looking at an hour plus video, like whew, sometimes days. Internet will cut off randomly. I think they like cap how much you can upload, download. I don't know. But that's kind of how I spend my time. Diapers, bottles, dancing, tummy time, singing songs to baby. No, I'm not gonna video that. Maybe I will. Probably not though. It's kind of embarrassing. I have a horrible voice. And that's pretty much it. I've taken to the vlog. It's actually surprisingly good, I think, from a psychological standpoint. Tôi nói tiếng Việt một ít, non comme nói vì mọi người không hiểu tôi, và mọi người nói rất nan, rất nan, và không nè. Vâng. Mệt quá. when the signals are mixed, and get the bottle ready, everything, go to feed. She looks you in the eyes, not interested in the bottle, and goes. She makes curry. That's what we call it, curry. Beautiful, beautiful curry. And then looks at you like, wow, I'm hungry. Now I'm hungry. Okay. Bottle time. Diaper time. Both. Huh. So I'm over there thinking, okay, she hungry or something, right? Pick her up, go to feed her. She's not interested in the bottle. I'm like, why is she not even trying the bottle? And she looks me in the eyes and goes just absolutely destroys the diaper. Fills it up. Just total. What you feeding her? What are you feeding her? Okay. So the good stuff. All right.
Okay, back Siri. What happened?
I want you to tell us that you know how much you're supposed to eat. Why are you under eating?
Lazy
Tom.
cooking.
Oh. And how many people have offered to come cook for you? Oh no, no.
I'm not a queen.
You are a queen.
No, I don't want to be a queen.
You are absolutely queen. This is your kingdom.
I serve myself.
You're the queen of the mosquito net kingdom. And all the things that want to bite you are your subjects. It's made for a beautiful sunset. You can't see behind the trees, but it's the thought that counts.
What's it? How much?
Oh, that's what the banner is.
Cancel.
Ah, that Russian thing.
No, that's what.
Not the Russian one? Or it is the Russian? Yes, the Russian one.
I'm sorry.
The Russian one that I can't find a single Russian who says they use. I find it funny. Well, I have a bunch of Russians. It's complicated. There's plenty of Russians, Ukrainians, all of yeah. I knew a lot of them from parkour when I was younger and stayed in touch with a few. So, and then living here, you've got a bunch of Russian expats who avoiding getting conscripted and sent into the meat grinder, and you have Ukrainians who wanted to get their family also out of the meat grinder. So, and ironically, they kind of live together. It's interesting. Vietnam's a place of peace. So I went over with the family, uncle, and everything to eat a little bit, cooked our own food, brought it over. Baby started crying, so I came back. I hold her, I rock her, I sing to her, and she goes back to sleep. I think it's just hot here. It's really, really hot. We got the small fan over there, but taking a step out of this fan, I'm sweating a lot. We had to take the padding out from underneath her too because she was sweating a lot. It's manageable, but has to be managed. So I guess I'm gonna eat the rest of my meal in bed with her. Oh, good night though. It's easy. A few songs, good to go. I go to take a bite of the shrimp family gave me. First bite, I'm like, nope. Immediate flavor of alcohol. And I'm like, there's no way. Maybe they cooked it in the same thing, or maybe they mixed it, or maybe they used a still that they distill rice wine in or something. I don't know. So my wife, she's like, oh yeah, that's normal. It's not normal. Apparently it's normal here. Obviously I didn't eat it. Which is a good thing because me and alcohol do not get along. Yeah. That would have been chaos. Very destructive chaos. Oof.